It's the 2019 Week 4 College Football Top 25 poll here on Lego and Fuego, where the most fun, entertaining, and creative college football content lives.
Be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions below respectfully, and let's debate away. It's happening in 3, 2, 1, go. At number 25, I'm rolling with the Washington Huskies. Now, they of course had a tough time with the Cavaliers, but that's a team that they seemingly struggle with, and there were the delays in that game. They're still a very good football team with a very good football coach.
At number 24, I like a team that's not even in the AP or Coach's Top 25 poll,
The Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Now, at this point in the season, they have wins over Utah State and North Carolina, which look like pretty decent wins so far in the season. They need to be in the top 25.
Number 23, Boise State. Good win over FSU. Didn't look great against Marshall. Number 22, Arizona State with that dub over Sparty. And number 21, Cal with that outstanding defense. One of the best in the nation. Next. Now at number 20, I like Penn State. The AP has them at 14, the coach is at 12, but I'm not sure what they're looking at. They struggled against Buffalo early on, and obviously got that close win against Pitt. At number 19, I'm thinking Wazoo. Out of the way, Cat. Good resume win over Houston this past week. At number 18, I like one of the more disrespected teams in the nation, the Wahoos. They're a very good football team. Number 17, the Texas A&M Aggies. Now they've looked good against the Cupcakes, but didn't look so good against Clemson. The best inclination and indicator will be this week against Auburn. At number 16, Iowa. Nate Stanley is an excellent quarterback. Great win against Iowa State this past week. Number 15, Florida. Now, obviously, Felipe Franks is hurt. Trask looked okay in his place, but let's be honest, he was a backup quarterback for a reason. Also, Florida has not looked as sharp as they hoped they would. Number 14, the Oregon Ducks. If it weren't for that bad second half against Auburn, we'd be having brighter talks about Oregon. Number 13, that Auburn team they lost to. Huge away game at Texas A&M this week. If they win that one, they clearly move up. Number 12, my Michigan Wolverines. We clearly haven't looked great so far this season, but the talent is there. I do, however, have us losing at Wisconsin this weekend. Number 11, Notre Dame. Sloppy first half against Louisville. Pretty decent ever since. All right, the top 10. Let's do this thing. At number 10, I have the UCF Knights. I'm not usually a fan of putting a group of 5 team this high this early, but they've earned it with a good win over Stanford, who looks a little bit lost at sort, but it's still Stanford. And I gotta give them props for how they played without Mackenzie Milton. I thought they were gonna have some problems there. They clearly have not. Let's see what they do from here on out. At number 9, I have the Utah Utes. Great win at BYU in week 1. Lackluster performance in week 2 against Northern Illinois. Big test this weekend at USC, probably for the Pac-12 South title. Let's see if they can iron things out. At number 8, I like the Texas Longhorns. A lot of kinks to work out on defense, but that offense is stellar. They'll be a force to reckon with in the Big 12. At number 7, I have the Wisconsin Badgers. They're ranked number 13 and 14 in the AP and coaches poll respectively. I'm not sure how you leave out a team out of the top 10 that's won 110-0 in its first 2 games, regardless of its opponents. At number 6, I like Oklahoma. Hurts looks a lot better, but I'm still not convinced he can throw. Still also not convinced on that defense. We'll get a much better indicator this week against Texas Tech. At number 5, those Ohio State Buckeyes. They look very, very good this season, unfortunately for me. Same question marks as Oklahoma though. Can Fields make those throws when he needs to? At number 4, I have LSU. Joe Burrow has been an absolute monster so far. The defense wasn't as good on the back end as I thought they'd be against Texas, but Sam Ehlinger can have that effect on you. Number 3, give me the Georgia Bulldogs. I was tempted to put them even higher than this, but I'd like to wait and see what they look like against better opponents. Still, so far this year, they look like a team on a mission, despite all the players that they lost from last year's team. Number 2, the Alabama Crimson Tide. They have teeny tiny deficiencies on defense, it looks like, but they're Bama. They'll figure it out. And at number 1, I have Clemson. Their defensive front looks a lot better than we all thought they would. All right, so there you have it, the 2019 Week 4 College Football Top 25 poll. That's a mouthful. If you enjoy this kind of fun, entertaining, and creative college football content, make sure you subscribe right here. I'd really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm ready to get this sucker edited and get it out to you. I'll see y'all next time.